We should be live with that. Turning my Wi-Fi off because I'm seeing some red. Hopefully, let me know in the chat, guys. I'll introduce our special guest shortly. Leave your guesses in the chat, who you think the special guest is. Building up the anticipation, and I'm sure they will not leave you disappointed. Maybe we get your intro when I do the unveil. Off because I'm seeing some red. Oh, hopefully, let me know. The sound coming through. But for anybody who's guessed, I hope the guest is on my radar. Ryan, we got some guesses coming in. Sorry for the echo there. That's Jake's thing that I was just stealing. But our special guest is none other than...
Hey everyone, Old Skool Pokemon here. Live in person from Dan's office.
There we go. We don't have a fancy name for it. It's not the Poke Cave. It's not, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, he's here and we're hanging out.
Logan Paul. I'm such a disappointment. Sorry, guys.
You know, you were close. I don't think Logan Paul quite has the clout. I wouldn't want to sell Nick so short. But yeah, we got Nick. We got Old Skool Pokemon to make the trek out into the woods.
Yes, first time visiting Dan in person.
Chat seems to like it.
I like
Chat's happy with it.
Good.
We have no schedule. We have no plans for what to do. We're just hanging out, going live. I've got the ability to pop up all the hype messages, any Q&A that you guys want to do. We're just here to hang out. So feel free to leave your questions in the chat. If you've got any topics you want our thoughts on, we're just going to be engaging with chat however long we plan to go live. No slab cracking, no MetaZoo ripping, just hanging out.
I was honestly kind of expecting to be ripping some WotC packs, because when we went down to visit Rusty at Charlotte, Rusty was handing us WotC packs like candy, and was kind of expecting the same from Dan, but it doesn't seem to be like that.
We've got McDonald's here. I mean, I roll deep in the McDonald's packs. They're not the first edition ones because they had them in Japan back in 2000 whatever, but compared to the hype ones from a year or two ago, these ones are these are those ones. They're doing that next month, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, these are like the OG pandemic McDonald's. Yeah, we are having a couple of beverages.
Way ahead of you, Andrew.
We're having a couple of beverages in this stream too. The magical clock. I forgot that. The magical clock is here. I don't want to abandon Nick so quickly on the live stream, but at some point when I go fetch another drink, I will grab the magical clock because that's upstairs.
Yeah, I'm Dan's delivery service over here, delivering all this stuff.
Yeah, not only did he deliver me stuff, but I'm having him take stuff back too. He lives pretty close to Jake, so like he's inbound and outbound shipments. He's using him for Catch 'em all collectibles inbound and outbound delivery. Take drinking and path will get ripped. Yeah, break slabs, not hearts. How did Nick get way out in the woods? We were talking about that. Like, we actually just went. We went to like a local bar and we had some wings and some beers for lunch. And Rusty definitely lives in the woods as far as most people go. As far as like any city person will be like, man, this is the woods. This is out in the boondocks. But I'm definitely deeper into the woods, which was surprising to me when I first visited Rusty. Where I live, it's the throughway exits are 20 or 30 miles apart.
Yeah.
And it's 10 or 15 minutes you got to drive until you get to civilization. Special delivery, Nick.
Yes, exactly. That's the best part about being your own boss. Get to take a couple days off whenever you want to.
I mean, this isn't off. This is a business meeting, actually.
Yeah,
So this is on the clock. This is business expenses. We just had a nice business lunch. Not financial advice, not tax advice, but
I actually haven't seen any Greninja Gold Stars. I'm a little disappointed.
he's probably questioning whether or not I've been shilling something that I actually own. I'm actually trying to remember where I put them. I did tidy up some. I told Nick I tidied up some before he came, so he's not seeing like the real deal, what I normally work in, the absolute train wreck that I normally when we were driving back from lunch, I'm like, hey, you know, you can get a house like mine that's probably double what you're looking at for half the price. We didn't pass any for sale signs, but if we did, I was gonna have him take down the number. We might have to peruse Zillow after this for a bit.
It would be very dangerous living right next to Dan.
Yeah.
And he took me by the post office earlier, and I don't know if their post office would be able to handle the both of us. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is very small.
I'm probably half their business, and if Nick came in, they'd probably have to buy a new building because it's like they have like 80 square feet at the front of it's tiny. Pack battling with Watsy. I mean, yeah, we got McDonald's. If you want to see pack battling McDonald's, let us know in the chat because we've got those handy. We've got a little UFO within reach, but I figured I'd spare people from the MetaZoo. Before we get too far into it, I'll show my desk camera quick. I do have 3 giveaway winners I need to pick. I guess I'll give people a little time because not too many people entered yet. I'll link the video in the chat. Go leave a comment though on that video, and I'm going to draw shortly 3 winners from my 2K live that I did 2 weeks ago. We hit 2,000 subscribers that I did not remotely expect. I ripped some packs at the end, and I'm giving those all away. I don't want to rip UFO. I don't want to rip UFO because then we'll end up not having nearly the turnout we'll have if we just stay drinking beers and talking Pokemon. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where we go. We've got do 5 more hours. I've done so much UFO off camera. It's crazy. I'm over 100 boxes now pulled. Probably the EV at my cost is insanely high. But anyways, yeah, no MetaZoo, please. This is
I like it, Sean.
We got Old Skool Pokemon here in person, so it's not Old Skool MetaZoo. Let's hit Nick with the Pokemon questions.
Poke friends make or break this hobby. I like it.
It is all about the people. Yes. All about the experiences. Excited for the night, just hanging out live on YouTube a couple hours and then heading to the casino. Instead of gambling on packs, we're gonna save the gambling for the tables.
We're in for an exciting night. I'm looking forward to this.
Vegas 2.0. Hopefully we both leave with a little more money than we go with though, unlike Vegas.
Yes, let's hope so. Background looking good. That's because I'm in the background. That's why it's looking so good.
Yeah, we got a new, probably not a permanent fixture. I don't think he's gonna end up buying a house around here, but
I'll be the new Snorlax.
Yeah. Snorlax went on sabbatical. Nick's taking his place. Special delivery, Nick, with all the shipments. But yeah, what's like the hot? Hit us with some Pokemon topics in the chat. Hit us with some questions. What's the hot news that we should be talking about? We were talking a little bit at lunch. $18 PSA. As far as I know, that's still closed. I think the cheapest option you can send is still $30 now, given that that's ended. I sent a little under 700. I think first impressions, I said that I'd probably open anywhere, or I'd probably send anywhere between 500 and 1,000. And then midway through the month, I thought it might go over 1,000. But when UFO landed, with that and some other things, I got really busy, and so I ended around 700. Where'd you end up?
I did 1,200 for myself, and then I submitted about 200 for middlemaning for a few other people. So I was the opposite. In the beginning, towards the beginning of July, I was talking to Dan, saying I'd submit like a couple hundred, and he was Mr. Big Shot saying he's going to submit 1 million cards, and then it kind of flip flopped. He submitted less, I submitted more, but he also has a lot more graded inventory than I do. I hardly have anything, so I kind of had to submit some stuff into PSA to kind of recuperate some inventory. But I cannot wait for those cards to come back, especially my first 2 submissions. Had all the first edition first edition WotC Hollows and Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows. So those 2 submissions will be really fun.
It's weird. I don't know if I should look at you on the screen or look at you in person, but I think the screen is the right answer. It's weird. But here's a good question for Nick.
How much bulk should you have before trying to start selling on TCG Player? That's a good question.
The more the better.
Yes, exactly. My thing with TCG Player is, I watch Danny Phantom's channel a lot, and he's always talking about how you should set like a floor price on TCG Player. So say like 25 cents per card. Don't list anything below 25 cents a card, or whatever he uses. I think he might use like 50 cents a card or something like that. But it depends on whether or not you're going to be able to sell through TCG Player Direct, or if you're going to be filling all the orders yourself. Personally, I wouldn't sell on TCG Player if I was fulfilling all the orders myself, just because it's a lot of work. It's not as user friendly as on selling on eBay. So for me, I think I'm up to like 35,000 cards, which it's anything from like a 5-cent card up to maybe a couple dollar card. So there's nothing good, but I think the biggest thing is to qualify for TCG Player Direct. And to do that, you need to do about $600 in sales every week, I believe. It might be every other week. You know?
I think it's every week.
I think it's every week. But that's just me. If you are going to do like fulfilling orders yourself, I would stick with like a floor price, because if you're selling 5-cent singles on TCG Player, then you're shipping out those orders yourself, you're going to be having a bad time and losing money on those orders, and it's really not fun. So you at least want to make it worthwhile for yourself.
Cam says, extremely smart for Nick to have a beer twice the size of a normal beer. Saves time so he doesn't have to grab a new one. Optimization.
That's how I got this perfect physique here.
Yeah. So I picked him up a couple Bud Light Pounders because all I had on tap in my fridge were IPAs.
IPAs are nasty.
He's not about the IPA game. See, I optimize for like volume. I get more for my ounce. Like, what am I at? 7%? Yeah, 7%. So I'm rocking the 7% ABV. Less trips to the bathroom per beverage consumed. That's what I'm all about.
That is true.
So there's 2 ways to go with it, you know? He goes for the high volume. I go for the low volume, higher margin plays.
I just like having to go to the bathroom every 5 seconds after a few.
We had a couple other. Let me make sure I don't miss. Here's a good one. PokeFresh asks, what has been your favorite time in the hobby as a collector, 1999 to present? Me, I think I'd say like 99. You can't be like, I don't remember it that well. I remember it pretty well. It was like 5th grade. The hype, the mania was just absurd. And back then it wasn't about what's the EV, I'm going to rip this pack, and what's my chances I'll profit. I didn't have many spreadsheets going at that time yet. It was more like pure collector joy, mania. So like that would be probably number 1. And then recently though, it's crazy. To me, like modern, I've heard so many people say it, we're in like a golden age of modern as far as the quantity of cards produced and the quality, I think, too. Like, there are so many great releases, the Ultra Premium Collection, all these different promos, Special Delivery Charizard. So for me, it's like the original and the current are the 2 best periods. How about you?
That's a tricky one. I really don't remember too much from back in the day. My most vivid memory of Pokemon from back in the 90s is the Team Rocket release. I remember going to Walmart with my mom, begging her to buy me a pack. She finally did. Got back to the car, opened the pack, and absolutely hated all the dark Pokemon. So that was the last Pokemon pack I ever opened. And that's really the only like memory that I have of Pokemon from back in the day. I remember like bits and pieces of. Like, I remember opening a Brushfire theme deck back in the day, but, like, that's my most vivid memory of back in the day is me getting on a Pokemon. So, in terms of more recent memories, I guess, I think my favorite collection memory or something would be probably buying my first couple No Damage Ninetales off of Gem Min Pokemon. Because that's what kind of got me started with my No Damage Ninetales collection, and that's definitely my favorite part of the hobby, is in terms of like a collection standpoint, is just having those cards.
One thing I think, yeah, Nick's high volume, low margin. I'm all about the low volume, high margin. One thing Nick did mention Danny Phantom, and I noticed this morning the absolute madman. He has 73,000 subscribers. He is live streaming right now since a few hours ago. He is supposedly live streaming until he gets 75,000. I'm gonna drop his link in the chat. Give us a pause. Go over. Say hi to him. Subscribe. He's 1,800 away still. I don't know if he can do it, but I'm hoping he can. Rooting for him because he's a good guy. But yeah, there's his link in chat. He's got a ways to go, but hopefully he gets there today.
Speaking of completely off topic from Pokemon, but live streaming until you hit a certain milestone. Did you see Mr. Beast live stream till he hit 100 million subscribers?
I didn't see that. No.
It was so funny. It reminded me of your first live stream. Like he had the count going, and he was live streaming and countdown to 100 million subscribers, and he lost like 30,000 subscribers before he started going back up again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I started mine 2 weeks ago. I was at like 1974, and I'm like, hey guys, I put this new overlay on. We're at 1974. Like, let's see if some people subscribe, if it works. Immediately, I went from 1974 down to 1970. I'll be interested. I won't rewatch Danny's whole live stream because it'll probably be like 12 hours or something. But I'll be interested to see though. Like the first time that he said it when he came on screen, he probably lost like 100, and then they all pop back on because that's just how people are. You gotta troll a little bit, right? Have some fun. I didn't get special delivery code, did you?
I have not heard anything yet. I saw some post on Facebook, I think, with some people saying they got the code,
Some people have the card already.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Some people got the codes, placed an order, and already have their cards. I know through the internet some people that got one, but I don't know in person. I don't know like really close anyone. I've seen a couple of people in different Discords or Facebook groups though. But did you watch the new trailer this morning?
I did not know. I've been driving all morning.
Oh yeah, they just drove 4 hours to be here. It came out like 3 hours ago. I don't want to really share like a lot of negativity about. I don't really honestly have that much negativity about it, but I think the target demographic for the new stuff isn't really me, and I know that. And my initial reaction anytime I see anything new is largely like eBay new messaging format, Facebook new messaging format. What is this crap? I want the old stuff. Don't make me do this. Change is bad. I fear change. My initial reaction is always kind of negative, so I always try to just like sit back, not really think or talk too much about it, and let it like sit on me, and then 6 months, a year down the line, I'm sure there'll be some species, Quaxley gang. Aside from Quaxley, I'm sure there'll be other Pokemon that I like enjoy and I feel attached to, but for now, I don't have any drastic initial. I haven't played any game in a while, so I'm not even going to be playing it. I'll probably buy both Scarlet and Violet, but I won't play them. So,
have you played Snap or Arceus?
I've been playing Snap with my son. My son actually plays Snap. I didn't play Arceus at all.
Oh, you gotta play that one.
That's
such a fun game.
I have it, but I just don't play. It's tough.
You've been busy working. That's what it is.
Yeah. Work time, family time, video game time is way down the ladder. Andrew sent in about 25 cards.
You're gonna regret it, Andrew.
This one, Shoutout Pokeflips, our joint venture that we have our own channel for. Go check that out. We had a clip. I think
it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, we had a clip we're actually supposed to have a clip like
Tomorrow.
we're supposed to have a clip tomorrow that I didn't do, so I'll do that late tomorrow and it'll probably go up Friday. But yeah, go check out Pokeflips. We talked about that for like 15 or 20 minutes, and I just don't want to rehash that all here. If they print a small amount, it could be worth a lot. If they print a lot, it could be worth a fair bit less. If they print Sword Shield 50, it could be that. It could be a $40 PSA 10 if they print a million of them or 500,000 of them. But yeah, go check that out. We talked about that briefly. Nick hasn't even seen it.
Sorry.
That's more. Yeah, the hottest news is like that.
I'm
just
really gonna see this trailer now.
Yeah. Opinions on black labels. I saw probably Scott just released a video, so I'm sure that's why it's on people's minds. I'm a PSA 9 collector generally. Initially, I was PSA 9. Now I'm like CGC 8.5, CGC 9. Not at all. I am not at all their target demographic. So if I were to ever grade one, that's amazing, and I love them, and I'm going to sell it for a lot of money. But I'm never going to buy one unless it's a Quaxley common that I can get for like $50. Right.
No, I
Same
completely
thing.
agree.
Yeah.
EFM did a good video, like breaking down like the
resolving power.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, I don't buy the whole black label thing. That is something that is not duplicated. You can't duplicate.
I need to figure out how to get this fully on screen quick. Got a super chat. Oh, I guess I can't get the whole thing on screen. Hey man, quick question. I need to go into properties again. Let me make it like 2,000. Yeah, this is a big one. Hey man, quick question. Let me sit over here so you can see me. Hey man, quick question. I purchased and graded with CGC, but I've always seen these scratches / dust on the cases that totally ruin the experience. Have you experienced this? Kind of disappointed. So very much appreciate the super chat. No need to do a super chat, but very much appreciated. We'll try to get to all the questions regardless, but
do I get a $4.98 of that?
I'll share that. I'll buy Nick around. Maybe a half a beer. I'll have to buy them. We'll see what they cost there. But yeah, I'll share with Nick. CGC is terrible with what they pack as far as like external to the card. All the dust, all the stuff that comes from the dividers. Terrible. You got to spend so much time cleaning the cards off to get them ready to be photographed. But as far as like on the inside, I don't think CGC is any worse getting stuff on the inside than PSA, because PSA, sometimes it'll be hair, sometimes it'll be dust, sometimes it'll be whatever mystery thing they were eating for lunch that day. It's just kind of like unfortunate part of the business that you deal with.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The one thing I would add is I think the little tiny plastic like squares. I have had that on the inside of the case before, and you have that with PSA too. But with CGC, where the cases are like crystal clear, it's definitely more noticeable. You can notice it a lot easier, which is kind of really disappointing when you get a submission back and you have one or two cards that are like that. And yeah, the stuff on the outside too is so frustrating. Just because it's an absolute mess when you first get that submission back and unbox all the cards. They really need to do something about their packaging.
And it's really a difficult thing when it comes to the plastic. Sometimes you'll get scratches on the slab too. It's a difficult thing because when you mass produce, a PSA is grading 10 million cards a year. CGC is grading 1 million cards a year. When you mass produce a 3-cent piece of plastic, that is what the cases are, and then they're probably being produced in China, being made, handled, shipped over, encapsulated, all that stuff. To do all that and to not have dust get in it, to not have little minor scratches and scuffs, it's a difficult thing. One thing I can say, if it's external, Plastex, shout out Plastex, it's unfortunate. It would be great if you didn't have to like buy a slab and then spend 5 minutes like buffing out scratches. But if you're a very particular collector, a $5 bottle of Plastex will go a long way towards like the visual aspect of your cards, I would say. Can we get a good high five? Ready?
Oh, that was terrible. Where's the clap?
There we
There
go.
we go.
That was a good one. Oh man.
Oh.
Never gonna open a store together. Oh, collectible conversations. Shout out. Now I would say, and this is an unbiased, objective fact, I think.
He's sponsored by Collectible Conversations.
No.
So take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Pokey Flips is the #1 podcast out there on the streets of the YouTube sphere. But Collectible Conversations, they're right up there too. So shout out Squeaks and Radar. They've got a great thing going on. I don't know if we're looking at John or if we're looking at Squeaks here, who we're talking to, but go check out Collectible Conversations. I think they post every Monday. They do like 1 to 1.5 hours every Monday. We go the route of like, we're going to give you triple the content, but only every other week. So we do like 3 to 5 hours every 2 weeks. Again, it's back to like the low margin, high volume, or the high, we're like higher margin, longer podcasts, but like less frequency. So
I was so excited when I heard you guys were getting back together with your podcast, because before we started our podcast, you guys were definitely my favorite podcast to listen to, and now I guess you still are my favorite podcast to listen to, because I can't stand listening to my own videos.
Yeah, I guess that's what we can say. They're our #1 podcast.
Yes.
The people, though, well, we'll have to see. We'll leave it up to them who their favorite is. But
we were actually talking at lunch. It's going to be interesting to see if you guys do pass us now that we each have our own podcast channel. Now we're in a little competition with each other.
And I hope you guys don't hurt us again. We've been hurt before. We've heard that these were going to be weekly podcasts that were going to go on for a long time, and keep the content coming. Don't slack on us. Keep them coming every week.
Yes, definitely.
I don't even know.
What kind of scanner do you guys use? I don't use a scanner. I do pictures with my phone for everything. For single cards, I just have a black poster board. I have a mini tripod that I put my phone onto, and I take pictures like facing down. And then for graded cards, I have a light box that I use.
For me too, it's a light box with a camera. I have a scanner. Epson V37, I think, or 370, whatever was recommended years ago on E4. It is a great scanner. It's about time and volume and getting that done as quick as possible, and cameras are always quicker. I do need to talk to Rusty at some point. I know he has a thing that he got from, maybe it was from Poke Dreamer.
Yeah, Poke Dreamer.
Yeah, the person who does custom displays. Yep. They made him like a 4-slotted thing so he can scan 4 at once, and they all populate in. I think it separates the images automatically. Maybe that could compete with the speed of a camera, but yeah, I'll have to look into that at some point. Before we get too far, I'm going to do it really quickly. I do need to do a giveaway. Let me pop up the camera on the desk camera. I linked it earlier. I don't know if we got any new comments, but we'll see shortly. Sorry, Nick, for making you go through this giveaway that I promised 2 weeks ago.
Well, I want to win, so it doesn't matter to me.
Nick did comment, so if he wins, we're going to re-roll it. And
no.
I'll buy him an extra beer. I guess if he wins the Charizard, I'm going to have to buy him more than a beer, but we'll have to see. I will pull this up on screen. Here's the video that you would have commented on. Let me grab that URL. I did 3 separate. If I pull this back away, I can find it. I did 3 separate giveaways. Metal Charizard will be drawn last. That's #1, top prize. Second prize is the Blastoise. It's like a bunch of generation singles from packs that I opened. And then, first drawing, third prize will be the Baby Shiny and whatever other cards that came out of Hidden Fates. So
what he didn't want to say was last place.
Yeah. Third sounds better than last. So, yeah, we copy and pasted our URL. And we're not going to join premium, even though they want us to do that. We're going to filter duplicates. We'll include replies. We'll remove the winner, so you can't win first and third. 6 + 4 is 10. Nice little math captcha. So we had 39 comments earlier. Now we have 50. So we did get 11 new people in there. Thanks for joining. We're going to start and pick, and hopefully it'll be on screen and I won't screw up. So this is the third prize winner. This is going to be for the Frogadier and whatever other Hidden Fates cards. Winner is Master Trainer Ryan. I think I saw my name because I included replies. So hopefully I don't win. But Master Trainer Ryan, hit me up on Instagram, email, wherever, and I will get you those sent out. We're going to draw again for the second prize. This is going to be the Blastoise from Celebrations and the other singles from that Charizard box. Mr. Pokedragon. Again, same thing. Hit me up, Discord, Instagram, email, send me a letter in the mail, whatever you want to do. Well done on the 2K Dan, aka Bigfoot.
I like it.
And then the grand prize winner, the Metal Charizard, will go to your average player.
Oh, congratulations.
It's funny. I wasn't going to say anything because I always feel bad about it, but I always do like a test draw before I go live. Your average player was the first one that came up in my test draw when there was 39 people. So you were very lucky today. You won the pre-draw that awards you nothing. But then you also won live.
Time to go play the lottery.
So yeah, it was your lucky day. I think... There, we're done with that. Let me get rid of the desk cam too. Sorry for that again. 2 weeks later. I didn't want to do it on a Metazoo stream though. But yeah, there's more people talking about our eBays. You may not like it, but Nick is what the ideal PokeTuber looks like. Peak performance.
Thanks.
Here we go. We got Mason Berry in the chat. Nice to have the wrenches in the chat. One of our mods is right here, so Nick better hop on his phone if chat gets
well,
too...
If Dan didn't live in the middle of nowhere, maybe I could have phone service.
Hopefully chat doesn't get too wild, but we got a wrench here in Mason for Cardinal Gaming. Go check out Cardinal Gaming. I feel like we're shouting out everybody, but it's good to recognize the other...
That is true.
Good influences in the hobby. Oh, I just jumped all the way to the bottom.
We are so far behind.
Holy, we got to get flying here. We're gonna rapid fire for a few minutes because we're like 20 minutes behind, maybe. Question: outstanding PSA orders at middlemen. Some people are still waiting on 2020 orders. I'm not sure what the question is, but I have 2 orders at Ludkins through Ludkins. November and December. I talked to James recently, and he said I could share it on a different live stream or wherever I was. Oh yeah, I talked about it in Pokenomics Patreon. But if you want to talk about
the paywall Patreon,
do you have any more still out?
Or paywall Discord. No, I actually got all of my bulk submissions back. That 384 card submission I did a video on back 2 weeks ago or so was the last submission that I had out at PSA before they shut down. I submitted everything myself, so looking back, I'm definitely glad that I did, because these middlemen grading submissions are taking a substantial amount longer than submitting direct, and I'll be interested to know how much longer the people who submitted through a middleman for the $18 special, how much longer those submissions will take compared to people who submitted direct. I submitted all those submissions direct just because Polaris, who's the new Ludkins, I think they were charging, it was like 22 or 25 a card. Yeah. It was a lot more than the 18 a card. They
didn't get a deal through PSA clearly because they were for all of pre-March 2021, they were actually doing it at a slight discount. I just got tagged on Discord for our high five. But yeah, anyways, on the backlog thing, James, Graded Gem, he shared with me, they still have 2 from October 2020. They have 1 from November of 2020, 5 from December, and then like 70 from 2021. So it is what it is. If you look at the complete through dates, PSA just pretends middlemen didn't exist. If you look at a lot of different things on their site, those don't exist, but hopefully they come back someday. It's crazy because like I still haven't gotten 1 November, but I got like 2 or 3 different Novembers 6 months ago. So it's just clearly not first in, first out. Middlemen are clearly like a lower tier, and all you can do is wait.
See, send Nick every no damage. Speaking of sending me no damage Ninetales, there's been a lot of those that have been selling recently. I bought 2 copies off of Facebook, 1 copy off of eBay, And then there's one CGC 8 copy up for auction right now. And so I've been getting a ton of messages from different people about those cards. And I bought those 3, the original 3 that I just said, and I'm hoping to pick up that CGC 8 off of eBay auction. But I do appreciate everyone sending me those links and everything, because I definitely wouldn't have noticed the majority of the ones that I've just recently bought.
What's your favorite? Okay. What's your favorite Pokemon product to buy that's not cardboard? Sitting Cuties. And before we went live, like 5 minutes before we went live, I showed Nick some of my Sitting Cuties. I swore him to secrecy, because if he shared the amount that I have, it might destabilize the market. But you can see some up here. We've got Cam and James and Echo Base and Nick and me. I do need to get an Arcanine up there for Arcashine, our first guest on Pokeflips, the new branding, and I need to get one for Jake. They don't make a baby shiny Sitting Cutie, so I don't know what Sitting Cutie to get to represent Jake.
But would you put 2 Arcanines up there? Because what would you put for Mason?
Oh yeah, I need an Arcanine. I need to get like the 5-foot Arcanine for Mason and just find out how to get him. We used to have Snorlax here, but maybe Arcanine we'll have to visit for a little while too. So Arcanine I can double up on for Mason and Arcashine. There
we go. I don't buy much outside of the cards. I bought a ton of pins.
All the pins you sent me are over there still. Nick can see the pins he sent me.
Actually, you know what I did buy that I was really excited about? When Pokemon and Lionel kind of teamed up and they made that train set, I did buy that train set off the Pokemon Center, and it's still in the box. I need more space in my house to actually set that up. But once I have more space, I'll set that up, and that's probably my favorite non-cardboard related thing, because back in the day growing up, my dad was really big into models and model trains and stuff like that, and so he kind of passed that on to me, and I love like model trains and stuff like that. So that was a cool purchase.
And I got the coins here. I started in coins long ago, not before I was into Pokemon, like in '99. But between Pokemon in 99 and when I got back in 14, I was pretty heavy into coins for a while. So coins would be up there too. I do collect like one of each unique coin from all the different things. We're going to have to rapid fire some to try to get caught up. I prefer EX era hollows, the ones with not like Ruby and Sapphire, the ones with the actual set stamp name on it. Which excludes Sandstorm and Ruby and Sapphire and maybe a couple more. EX Dragon, yeah.
The first couple. Yeah, I would be the same way. I like the ones with the set name on it, as opposed to like the regular reverse hollows.
I know with special delivery Bidoof, people were selling. I bought a code. I bought like 2 or 3 codes from people, and then I checked out with the code with the $20 purchase. So yeah, some people sell the codes and not even. That might be tied to your address now, though. The way you needed to sign up, I don't know how that works.
I would imagine it's just going to be something that you enter at checkout. Who knows, though?
I forgot about this.
I didn't.
Oh man, you guys are slacking. So Nick, okay, we're gonna go through it again. We've got 49 viewers. Nick should get no less than 49 messages. Nick has no auto decline. He has no auto decline set up. So go send him a 99-cent offer on all his his PSA 10 Umbreon Gold Star. I
received a lot of. I don't know the number, but it had to have been between 20 and 30 people who had sent me 99 cents, $1. A couple of people sent $4.20, $69. But I got a kick out of that.
What's the best thing you found while sorting that you completely forgot you had? This one's crazy for me because like when Nick was coming, I knew he was coming today. So the way I clean, it's like the same thing I did when I was younger. I would just grab an empty box, fill it with stuff, let me hide it under the bed, hide it in the closet so mom and dad don't see it. I pack like mystery boxes on accident. Like, I'll get to this later. Let future Dan worry about it. I've got this new shipment that just came in, whatever. I just pack stuff up. And on one of the recent podcasts with James and Cam, I think, I came across like a stack of packs. I can actually see it over there right now. Topps Chrome, Jungle Unlimited. I ripped the Jungle Unlimited that was like borderline heavy, and I pulled the non-hollow Jolteon. So like probably unweighed WotC packs, Taups Chrome packs, like $300, $400, $500 packs.
I've never found anything that good because I always take the good stuff out of collections before I kind of put it into long-term storage or my long-term to-do list. So just like played WotC hollows, stuff like that. But that's exciting. Finding stuff like that you didn't know you had.
So current going rate for special delivery Charizard is 300-ish. Still think $1,000 PSA 10 is going to happen. I think both of us only said 1,000 was going to happen if they printed like sufficiently low amount. Neither of us thought that was going to happen just based on its own. I think Bidoof though is holding around there. If they print the same as Bidoof and Bidoof's at 1,000, it's going to be multiple thousands, I think. But if they print 5 times or 10 times, it could still be. It's just people right now are being very cautious. I think they told us they were going to send the codes out in waves. And only one wave has gone out. So I'm not buying any at 300. I'm hoping I get my code or maybe 2 codes that I signed up for. It's probably a play though. Like I'm not making that play, but buying them for 300 if they're minty, spending $100 to get it graded, selling them for I don't know.
The first couple are definitely going to go over 1,000.
Black Label could be silly too.
Oh, Black Label would be stupid money. Yeah.
So it's all going to come down to, did they print it like Sword Shield 50 or did they print it like Special Delivery Bidoof?
For the first couple, I think no matter, they can print it into Oblivion. The first couple are going to go over 1,000.
First PSA 10 auction, if it's done well or if it's like a buy it now on a good, on a reasonable high feedback account, it could be $1,000. I'm just not playing any of that. It's crazy. I didn't get any of the Chinese ones.
I didn't even know they had Chinese ones.
Either did I. This is spur of the moment live Pokeflips.
Pokeflips 2.0.
Actually, I forgot to mention it earlier, but shout out Pokeflips. We are going to do the next one next week.
Yeah, next Thursday.
Next Thursday at like 1 p.m. We're going to do it live. So it won't be in person like this. I mean, we could if Nick uses his green screen and if I set the same background, like we're going to be dangerous soon because we've done all this so far without editing. I'm learning OBS. Nick just got a green screen. Maybe we'll do this same format and he'll look like he's here, but we'll have to see. Maybe this is the green screen right now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But how would we have high-fived? That was sound effects.
That's how good we are. With our stream deck, hitting that clap button, the fake one, just to like prove the reality of it. Here might be a long one. Oh, this is a long one. Perhaps more of a Pokeflips question, but how do you keep up to date on your
as an organization?
How do you keep up to date on your admin, including on inventory management? I heard you both talking about it before, but a refresh tips would be great. My accountant does like that type of administrative. I just got an email the other day. We just passed July 31st. S Corporation quarterly filings for Q2 were due. And my accountant emailed me, hey, these are your filings. This is how much we're going to pull out of your bank account. Thank you. Good. So, like, that's how I do the really, like, important administrative type stuff. I pay someone to do it. As far as managing inventory and when Nick comes over, I grab 50 empty boxes and make mystery boxes for the future. It's not great.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Except I think Dan's definitely a little bit better with his bookkeeping side of it. I've been absolutely terrible. I'm usually decent because I like to do those monthly breakdowns on my YouTube channel, but I've been absolutely terrible this year about keeping up with my monthly breakdowns and paying quarterly taxes. I'm gonna owe a lot of money at the end of the year. But as far as other like organization keeping up with stuff, it's really tough. You definitely need to set some areas aside for like strictly like inventory that's already listed, packaging materials, stuff like that, and then have another area that's set aside for just to be a complete mess. Because you're never going to be able to have everything all organized.
See, there's mess and there's mess and there's mess and there's mess over there.
You're missing the organized section though.
You see the general idea though. Packing stuff right there, kind of eBay inventory, kind of slabs.
Dan's got a good he's got a good like framework, but the actual
the framework's there, the execution is lacking. We just got to the super chat.
Man.
Oh man. Do you think it's kind of crazy how alt arts from Sword Shield are selling for more than a lot of black and white full arts?
Absolutely not. Sword and Shield is way better than any black and white set.
I like those late ones though. Black and white Dark Explorers, like that Entei, Plasma Storm. The plasma sets were really solid. The secret rares are not the full art ones, but to me, what's crazier is how a Moonbryon, and not even Moonbryon, how a Machamp alt art is more than a PSA 9 first edition WotC Hollow. I sell the cheapest heavy packs around. I have a spreadsheet showing how I'm making nothing, how if you buy one, you're going to lose money, because it's probably going to grade a 9. A $500 pack that opens up to a $100 card in PSA 9. And sometimes you're going to get an 8. So, like, to me, it's a little crazy that they're worth more than the black and white, but it's way more crazy that they're worth more than the WotC.
Yeah, WotC definitely I agree with. Black and white I don't agree with.
Because WotC, they printed a crazy amount, but they're printing a crazy amount today too. Black and white.
Yeah, but WotC popularity was like on level with Sword and Shield, where black and white popularity.
Yeah,
nobody likes black and white.
It's lower print, lower popularity. That's the age-old debate of these mid-era sets and what they're gonna do. Yeah, they're talking about wiping off CGC cards.
Jesus.
Oh. Is this green screen, or are we in the same room? We talked about that a little bit.
Okay, rapid fire.
Same room, but also green screen. There we go.
Are they cleaning the slabs?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Cam and James got a consignment of CGC, and they had to spend all day cleaning the slabs. You got to charge like a $1 per slab upcharge to clean those. This is more Scarlet Violet, which Nick didn't see. I see Squeaks in the chat. I don't know if Collectible Conversations was Radar, and then this is Squeaks, or if Squeaks is just multi-accounting. Maybe he's getting us 2 viewers for one on both accounts, so we appreciate that.
Or he was in the chat, but yeah. three hours ago now.
Yeah, BGS has it the worst. The inner sleeves have sneezes. Never Punish podcast when they're already doing that. They do that once a week. They got the LED right in the background there.
I thought they were doing it twice a week.
So it's been twice. It's been once. I don't know if it's completely scheduled or not, but yeah, there's this weird. So you didn't see it, but there's this weird. I guess I can pull it up.
I really need to see this trailer here.
I'm gonna pull up the trailer on mute over on my other screen so Nick can share and be involved.
Feel so left out.
Bear with us while Nick watches this trailer on like mute 2x.
Oh, I'm not gonna know what's going on here. Mutant 2x.
So yeah, let me get to the end. They have these like crystal Pokemon, Terra something. They just turn into like jewels of some kind. And the legendaries are like motorcycles that you can ride around.
What?
It's weird. Whatever. It is what it is.
I don't know.
Sorry, Earth. Got to get that in there. Alex asked the same question: Is Conversation Squeaks or Radar? Yeah, we are so far behind.
Radar's in the car moving back.
V600 is the scanner that Steven uses.
I feel like everyone uses, or if that's the one that Rusty uses is like the one that everyone uses. I feel
on E4 they recommended V37 or V270, I think. But I've also seen the V600. Epson, I believe, are all Epson products.
Mm-hmm.
Got Pikachu. Shout out Pikachu. He's got like double-digit subscribers. That's going to be going 50x, 100x, maybe 1,000x in the next few weeks. He
has the both of us.
He has a major lineup slated of lives going ahead. So go check out Peek That Shoe. If you could optimize scanning, it's quicker. Why is everyone so mind blown? They hang out in person. They're real people. A beer and a steak.
Sold.
Slower than a phone. So this is where we did the drawing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
God. Congrats. Oh, we just jumped to the bottom. Oh no. This does, nice thing about this plugin that I'm using to highlight the chats, it grays out when I highlight a comment. So I can quickly scroll to where I was. I'll have to train Jake on that. So there's Master Trainer Ryan, one of our giveaway winners, the Frogadier.
Congratulations, Master Trainer Ryan.
Congrats on your baby shiny. Oh, so he won a fossil pack last night. Oh, your average player. Congrats. I don't know what this is about, but
Loads shot. Oh man.
Oh, here we go. I do know why you're asking. I just got a new car 6 months ago, and when we went to the bar for lunch, I parked at the very end because I'm still at that point where like it's shiny and new. I don't want to squeeze in between two people because I know that I'm going to end up with like a red door dent on my car when I leave. So I parked in the way back, and no grocery stores during this visit. Nick will not be leaving a car out and terrorizing people's... Oh, I've got my YouTube going over here still. Shout out to Green Shiz. He was just up on my screen at 2x on mute. This guy does not need to be in front of carts. We live out...
one of these days.
I live out in the woods here. You leave the cart in front of the wrong person's pickup truck. You don't know what kind of... what they got in there. Probably armed and dangerous. You don't want to be in the middle of that situation.
I would find that very hard to believe. Or you haven't clicked on it. I was talking with Mike.
I was going to say, you want to try? Oh man.
I don't. Sorry to bother you. Is there a reprint Beastock? I wouldn't think there's a reprint of Celebrations. I think that's going to be done. There's still. You can still buy the majority of Celebrations product from both Dan and I's distributor. It's at raised prices, like ETBs are $60 a piece right now.
Yeah.
But they still have them available that you can still buy. Basically everything except EPCs. So I think Celebrations is done, especially now that we're into 2022. And it's past the 25th anniversary. I think that's done.
Yeah, I would guess that it's done too. And Mason put a good disclaimer that if you're international, like I think Australia recently got a UPC restock, whatever you want to call it, but that's the international. They could have had it on several pallets and they just needed to find the right cargo ship to put it on and whatever. Like it finally got there, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I wouldn't think that's going to come back, but.
Yeah, I think the Australia UPC reprint, restock, or whatever. Mason mentioned this in either one of his videos or one of the lives that he was in. It was probably something where it was a shipping delay from the original release, and they're just getting it now. I would tend to believe that more than an actual like reprint of UPCs.
Yeah. What tier level of eBay store do you guys currently subscribe to? So, shout out. Apologies, I forget who it was. One of our PokeFlips viewers, we were talking about it on PokeFlips, and I mentioned that I was at like the $60 tier, but if you pay annually, you get it for like $50. So I was paying $50 a month, well, $600 for the year, and I think I was only doing 1,000 listings or so at the time. You get like 1,000 listings free, anyways, with the basic one. In the category that most Pokemon cards fall into. So someone commented like, hey, you should look into the basic store. I downgraded to the basic store, so I'm saving $30 a month. Appreciate that, whoever that was. That was nice.
I should actually look into that too, because right now I have the premium store.
That's the $60, I think.
Yeah, the $60 a month one.
I think Anchor's like 200 something. And then
Yeah, Anchor's like
Anchor's a lot.
$300 a month.
I think you need to have.
But you do
10,000
get
listings.
that dedicated chat support, which that would be kind of nice.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's worth $300 a month or $300 a month.
I don't have to call them that much overall. 99% of buyers are fine.
You know what happened to me the other night? Not to get too sidetracked, but I had 24 auctions ending the other night. They all ended, and then they all ended like between 9 and 9:30 p.m. And then I went on eBay, checked at like 11:30. None of them were showing up in my awaiting shipment or awaiting payment tabs. So I got on chat with eBay, and they said, yeah, it's a glitch in our system right now. You got to go into each individual item, click on the bids, and click refresh 3 times, and it'll automatically pop up under your awaiting payment. So I went in, did that on each item, and they all popped up under my awaiting payment, which was never ran into that. Hopefully never will again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Rumblings of Celebrations reprints. Yeah, the middleman thing. Have to see how it goes. So Cam, update from my text I got from James a few weeks ago, or a few days ago. All 2020 graded gem is currently in transit back to Z&G.
You got some work ahead of you there, Cam.
Cortez the best sitting cutie. Stack-a-tacka. How many pre-release build and battles are printed compared to booster boxes or ETBs? Obviously, it's hard to know exact number, but can you give a rough estimate based on your observations? I can't even begin to estimate it. Self-promotion. Pokenomics Patreon. I just did this past Sunday. I did my best estimation, breaking it out by set. Just to do that, there are so many assumptions. There's so much guesswork. The next layer is like, how much is Japanese? How much is English? How much is booster? How much is three-pack blister? How much is theme decks? How much is battle decks? It's impossible. You'll never, like, the first layer is impossible enough, and then every tier lower I would love to know too, but maybe if you can find somewhere how many LGSs are in the country and try to like talk to 100 different LGSs that you know and that you've bought from and sample how many they've bought and then try to extrapolate. Like, if I were to have to try to nail into how many there are, I would talk to Mason. I would talk to like 50 to people that I know and then work from there. I honestly don't care enough about it to like spend a week's worth of work trying to figure it out. And then it's still going to be an estimation at best. So yeah, that's tough.
It's on first edition. Yes.
So Trainer Max is in the Patreon, and he 10 years or 5 years, I forget his time frame, $1,000. $1,000 floor on PSA 9 WotC first edition holos. He's very, very bullish.
Not a chance on first edition Muck. Not a chance.
First edition rookie card, Muck.
Who cares about Muck?
First edition holo. The boxes are $9,000. The packs are $500 for heavies.
I'll go as far to say is first edition Muck PSA 9 will never be $1,000.
Oh, here we go. Trainer Max does not like Old Skool Pokemon anymore. Unsub.
Muck, Dark Wheezing.
Here comes Team Rocket. Trainer ones especially.
Yeah, well, I would prefer Here Comes Team Rocket over Dark Muck, or Muck or Dark Wheezing.
I think that's cheaper than Muck and Wheezing, though. I'm not positive, but yeah, this one, it's MetaZoo UFO, and we won't linger on it because, again, Pokemon stream for today. I've opened more MetaZoo UFO than I've opened of any Pokemon set by far.
Am I in a parallel universe? No, we are actually in the same room, believe it or not.
Watch out, Rattle. This green screen game is on point. They're talking about the special delivery Charizard, I think. So,
oh yeah.
Are you doing a Harry Potter opening?
I did. Well, that was a long time ago. I'm trying to. When did we talk about that? I did buy a few boxes, and I was originally planning to open some of them, with CGC, when CGC first started grading Harry Potter, I did buy a few boxes. I was planning to open a few of them. I got them in, and I decided to keep them sealed. I couldn't open them. So you probably won't see a Harry Potter opening from me. I almost completely forgot about that, though.
Special delivery Charizard is greater than special delivery Bidoof.
No, special delivery Bidoof is better than special
I said it backwards.
You are incorrect, Lord Pokesmoke. And we get a mod to kick him out of the chat.
Oh, here we go. You just got an offer.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, Andrew.
I'm assuming it was like $4.20 or $42.69 or something
Too bad.
like that.
It's unfortunate I didn't get a notification on my phone since I don't have any phone service out here.
He'll get back to you in like a day and a half when he's back home where internet exists. We're on DSL right now, and mostly this little green box at the corner of OBS, it's mostly green.
Well, it was until you started talking about
more
it.
red than I'd like to see, but hopefully let us know. Is the audio fine? I meant to ask that towards the beginning. Now I'm asking an hour in.
We've probably been muted the whole time.
Yeah, we're using the one microphone, and hopefully it's picking up both our voices.
And we'll know the answer to this question in about a half hour when we get to the bottom of the chat.
Hologram that confirmed. Yeah, he just like Terra evolved or whatever they call it.
I don't think that's what happened.
Cardboard cutout. Oh, here we go. Should have put Nick on the thumbnail. I almost didn't click. Nick was on the thumbnail. For anyone who looked closely enough, I had my desk in front of me, all that stuff. Down in the corner, there was a little picture, and Nick was on it. So yeah, go check out the Shoutout Ernesto for the thumbnail. But Nick was in there. It was a nice little spoiler in there.
First edition base.
Even though someone paid Chumley $10 to say no rarity is the true first edition. Did you ever see that video?
I did see that, yeah.
Even though Chumley said that, first edition base, English is the true first edition.
Absolutely.
Designated credit card and designated bank account, and then spreadsheets.
I don't keep track of individual cards. It's always, yeah. When you get to be bigger, it becomes impossible. Like, I used to keep track of collections like that, where I would keep track of each individual collection, the cards within each individual collection, and all of that stuff. And looking back now, it was a pain at the time. I really didn't enjoy it at the time, keeping track of collections like that. But looking back now, I kind of miss those days of keeping track of each individual collection to see what I'm making or losing on each collection. But now, where you're buying a lot more, you're selling a lot more, that just becomes impossible. So now I record the cost of a collection the month that I buy it, and then from there on out, as I sell that collection, I don't deduct anything else. So it's not as accurate of a representation of what I'm actually making every month, but it's the most simple way to do it.
Yeah, cash accounting versus accrual accounting. Consult your accountant and do what's right for you.
Where's our banner of not financial?
I have that loaded up in StreamYard, but I need to make a scrolling banner for OBS. I don't have that yet.
Can we start seeing the daily uploads?
Can we?
Well, let's get to some weekly uploads first. It was funny, actually. Back in my YouTube heyday of last December, I was actually talking to Dan about doing daily videos and daily giveaways on YouTube for our little 25 Days of Christmas that we did. And I am so glad Dan convinced me not to do that, because that would have been nearly impossible. And now that I'm on YouTube like once a month, it's probably not going to happen.
I put in a drink order. We should have some drinks coming down. I don't know where you're at in yours, but
hopefully she's not watching.
She's gonna watch this back, and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hopefully, I'll be gone by then.
Can you go over some of your mess piles? I want to see what's in them. I could do like a video. I could go grab like 8 of my mystery boxes that I pack up for myself to deal with later. And I could like go through them, and there's going to be so much actual trash. It'll probably be representative of an actual mystery box, because a lot of it will just be junk. But then occasionally there will just be packs. Maybe I'll make a video on it someday. Problem is, people would people would think it was staged. To some extent, I'd probably have to look through them a little bit. Because, like, I have some boxes that are Pokemon cards and Pokemon... And then, like, things from my childhood. Or, like, just random house junk. Like, personal things. So, I can't...
Baby pictures of Dan in the bathtub.
Yeah, I don't want to pull out baby pictures of me or stuff from my kids or whatever. So, I couldn't really do, like, an unplanned video fully.
Did you see Rusty's his going through some of his bins? Or he went through one of his bins.
Yeah.
I hope he continues that series. I thoroughly enjoyed that video, and I like those videos personally. For me, I just don't have that much exciting stuff. It's a lot of, unless you guys want to look through played WotC commons and uncommons, it's just not that exciting.
A beer appears. Thank you. Yeah, Alex, I think it's pretty stupid fundamentally on the WotC stuff. Like, why would anyone open them? Nick's opened some. I've opened some. It's a gamble. Think about it. What could be in there? Like, we went to Vegas. We both opened a base, unlimited, shadowless, first edition. We could have gotten $500,000. We did not. Our chances were extremely low, but we could have gotten $500,000. We're all, well, not all of us, but I'm a bit of a gambler. We're going to a casino after this, so yeah, gambling.
Who is the news?
This is
Man, that hurts. That hurts.
not the Hisuian Snorlax. This is like the sneak peek 2025 Pokemon, I don't know what it would be called, but the one after Scarlet and Violet. This is the region-specific Snorlax right here.
The new fit Snorlax?
Yeah. Oh, this is a good question, actually. So I was buying them. Did you buy any at Worlds?
I did. I bought a few of the staff cards. None of the sealed packs.
What did you pay for the staffs?
Staffs were 60 to 75.
Oh, wow. I was paying 100 a staff.
You were getting hosed.
I did well still. Yeah, I was buying packs for 100, and I was buying staff ones for 80 to 100. I think I got a couple for 80, but I was going up to 100 because I wanted a bunch. Those packs now, the floor seems to be around 500, maybe 600. They're not going to be eBay prices on the ground floor. Maybe 250, maybe 300, maybe half of what eBay's going for like the current or the recent ones. Maybe less. Maybe they're closer to 100 still. I don't really know. The dollar's on par with the euro now, so it's not like if Worlds 5 years ago was in London.
No, it's going to be the
pound. The pound. That's right.
The pound is like
euro.
double the dollar.
So,
or I don't know now.
I don't know I don't know how that's all going to interact, but if I had to guess, it's going to be maybe 250 USD. That would be my guess.
For a staff or a sealed pack?
For a pack or a staff. I think the packs and the staffs are generally around the same amount. But that's a guess.
I want to know what people are going to be offering for the Peak trophies. That's going to be crazy.
That is interesting. I'll have to put some public offers out there to see if I can entice anything, especially if it's a new art. We'll have to see. No idea.
That's the other thing, is what the art's going to be like. That'll be interesting.
Have either of you ever thought of going into other routes of Pokemon other than cards? We're doing a podcast, so we're doing like
That's true.
We're doing the influencer type thing with that. Not too lucrative compared to what we do on eBay, but other than that, I don't know what else it would be. I would be a full-time Pokemon trainer if I could, but they still haven't figured that out yet.
I don't think I would do anything else besides cards, just because I'm obviously not huge. I like doing YouTube when I have the time, and when I want to do YouTube, but it's not something that I'm hugely passionate about and want to grow and be able to live off of YouTube and all that stuff, become a YouTuber and all of that. But I would like to kind of branch off into other things. Like, me and Dan have talked before about getting back into coins. I'd love to do that. Or kind of just like going to yard sales, finding stuff that's priced cheaply and selling it on eBay. I did make a second eBay account and have been doing that slowly, but Pokemon's just been keeping me very busy to the point where you just don't have much time for other things.
Yeah. Yeah, non-Pokemon. There's other ventures that I plan to do later in life, but right now I'm kind of grinding out the Pokemon thing because it's come down a lot, but it's still very big and lucrative, and there's a lot going on. Pikachu and Charizard are clearly the top 2 fan favorite Pokemon, but what are the other 3 that make the top 5? Lugia, Rayquaza, and I'm gonna say Eevee, just because of like the evolutions. That one's kind of cheating. It's like the umbrella of Eevee.
We have one of the same answers. I was gonna say Eevee for that same reason, the evolutions, but then I was gonna say Blastoise and Venusaur. What's that?
I don't think they're higher. I don't think, at least as far as the cards go, I think Lugia and Rayquaza stunk more than Venusaur, especially. Blastoise is closer, but
that's the one I was laughing about.
So yeah, before we started, I had a few different. I've got like my nice office chair during Poke Flips.
I've got this thing.
Yeah, with like paint on it, paint stains on it from when I painted the office.
Jesus.
I've got my office chair. I know Nick streams Poke Flips on his like dining room chair, some crappy old.
Got some nice armrests though.
But the thing, like, I gave him 2 different. Look, my dining room chairs were too short. I had a lawn chair type thing that was too short, so I need to get a second desk chair. I have one, but I broke a wheel off one before, so that one didn't work. But yeah, he's on a stool. He's on a stool with the wall for the backing. So we're probably not gonna go like 5 hours today. But Nick is being a sport. Matthew S is just commenting to put us further behind.
Appreciate that, Matthew.
$0.
What is the minimum price a CGC junk slab should go for? No, I wouldn't say 0. I would say $5-ish bucks. People on Whatnot are crazy when it comes to buying junk slabs. I don't think we'll ever reach a time where no matter what the card is, it doesn't sell.
There are sports cards of decent people, decent athletes that do not sell for $10. If you search on eBay, maybe I can screen share one, but search on eBay like PSA 9, like even a 9, PSA 9 sports or something. Let me see if I can do buy it now low list. There are $10 free shipping, maybe even less, that do not sell. Pokemon is, I think we'll get there.
I can't see it happening.
Right now, I have bulk slab buyers that buy blindly at like 12 to... Yeah.
$374?
Yeah.
Plus shipping, though.
Let me screen share if I can figure it out really quickly. I'll do it under giveaway drawing. And I'll do that. And this should be it. So yeah, here is a... I don't know baseball that well. James Loney. I don't think I've heard of him, but here's a PSA 9 rookie card. James Loney. He didn't pan out because he's $374. Buy it now with $2.99 shipping. This is buy it nows, not being sold. Here's a bunch of them. I mean, $7. I searched PSA 9. I didn't search PSA 7. I didn't search PSA 6. There are these buy it nows that are not being sold. No one's probably going to ever buy them. 5 more years, 10 more years of, like, some of these are 30-year-old cards. 5-10 more years of PSA pumping out 10 million a year. 5-10 more years of CGC pumping out 1 million a year. We will get to where some slabs do not sell for $5 free shipping. I guarantee it.
I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I'd be very surprised if we got to that point.
We're there in sports.
Sports is like so much bigger than Pokemon, though.
Let me take out the 9 and see what I see as the lowest.
That's weird. Jumps up.
It hides results.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, no, I think sports has and always will be just so much bigger than Pokemon.
I mean, the issue is first class shipping is like $4.50, so no one's gonna list for under $5. There are so many slabs that people just won't list on eBay because at $5 you're profiting 20 cents maybe if you ship it and sell it to like California. So there's a little bit of bias. There's a little bit of like, we're not gonna see the absolute basement bargain bin stuff. But yeah, here's it's 678 free shipping, and it's not going to sell. It's an Eddie Murray.
Yeah, but
Score football.
How many different sports players are there compared to how many different Pokemon are there? There's only, what is it, like 980 Pokemon?
So sell all your junk slabs to Nick. I'm going to be selling you. I'll hit you up in 10 years. I'll offload like 1,000 slabs to you at $5 a piece. Mr. Walrus wants to know when we're going to be done so he can have his rapid fired. Oh, we just jumped to the bottom. Oh man.
No, we're catching back up.
The backlog's going down. Mad green screen skills. Link in the chat. Professor or Peek That Chew. Looks like that must be Peek That Chew's link, which I guess I'm cutting off. I don't know what I'm doing. Now I'm cutting off the other direction. Let me just make it huge again.
What happens if you just make it like absolutely massive?
I don't know.
Will it like crop to where it's just showing the text, or will it be like huge?
I'm figuring it out as I go. It's still abbreviating it, but whatever.
How long of a link that is?
Yeah, it's bigger now. We're doing what we can. Yeah, that's Peek That Chew's channel.
Okay.
First live this Friday. Oh yeah, now we're covering the whole screen. Look at that.
There we go. First live this Friday.
Shout out Mason for being a good
good wrench.
Being a good wrench. Yeah, now we're getting screwed up. Now now we're too wide for the we gotta tone it down here. How do we feel about Generations? That's been his favorite modern set so far. Celebrations, do you mean?
No, Generations.
Generations.
He typed Generations.
I've confused the two. So Celebrations is my favorite modern set. If you actually meant that. I
would say Generations is still modern.
I didn't like. Did you like Generations?
I did not like Generations. No.
That's why I don't think he said Generations. I think he meant Celebrations. I don't know if I know anyone whose Generations was their favorite set. Shining Legends, you had like the Mewtwo, you had the Shining cards. I like Shining Legends and I like Celebrations a lot more than I like Generations, but
yeah, my favorite set in the past couple years, it was Evolutions for the longest time. I liked Evolutions more than Hidden Fates even, and then now it's Celebrations. Celebrations is my new favorite set.
Yeah, Celebrations is mine for sure. I bet you in half an hour we're gonna see Mason's message, and he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, sorry, I meant Celebrations." We'll see though. This I actually brought this up recently talking to Jake. I think over under 9.1 billion cards in 2022.
So what is it? What do they do? For 9.1 billion, it was
March 2021 to March 2022. It's fiscal 2021. Okay. So fiscal 2022 over under. Let us know in chat. We'll see it in 20 minutes. Let us know in chat over under 9.1 billion cards.
I would say definitely under by a long shot. I'm gonna say 6 billion.
I'm gonna say under, and I like 6. I would have given a range 5 to 7 to be safer, but
5 to 7. Well, we talked about this.
We did. We talked about this on Poke. He didn't like my ranges. He wanted me to give a number.
Yeah, he was saying
6 billion, 142 million, 376,000, and 52 and a half because they're gonna be a miscut that goes in the pack, and yeah. So there's my number. So Nick can be happy that I don't give a range.
Now I wonder how accurate the 9.1 billion is. Like, does Pokemon even know? Like, or is that just like a semi? We probably printed somewhere near this.
I would imagine to the closest 100 million cards should be accurate. They're giving us 2 significant digits for all those engineers, for all those science people out there. I would think they should know it. 1 more significant digit than they're giving us. So they probably know it's like 9.13 billion, and then it rounds to 9.1. That's my guess. Because when you place an order with a printing facility, I'd imagine you order, like, I want 1 million sheets or something, which is like 110 million cards. You're probably ordering it by roughly the 100th place in this billion tier, in this billion order of magnitude. So they probably know it to the 9.13, whatever it was. That'd be my guess. And maybe over a year, do they miss a purchase order? Oh yeah, we forgot we ordered an extra 300 million from that one this time. I have no idea, but do you love Marshtomp?
Not really.
I do not love Marshtomp. He's fine. I don't love him. Build and battles are put in pre-release kits, then sold independently, and then used in the build and battle stadium, so it's a ton more than it used to be.
That's a good point.
Find out when that happened exactly. Call up Mason, ask him how many he got for this set, that set, that set, and then you can start doing your math that we talked about 20 minutes ago. Hey, Swami in the chat. See you in Denver. Excited to meet you.
Thanks for opening your house to everyone, Swami.
Trainer Max with the field bad man on you yucking his PSA 9 muck.
Sorry, Trainer Max.
Here we go. Give us the story.
Oh, this is a good story.
About attrition.
I have opened one single MetaZoo pack, and it was actually in I think it was the very first Collecticon event. MetaZoo, MetaZoo Mario was at the very first Collecticon, and he was handing out Kickstarter packs after the convention. He gave me one to open. I actually opened one of those. I pulled I forget the holo that I pulled, but it was those holos are one in a thousand.
Maybe it was like Mothman. I don't know.
But no, I pulled a holo, said, oh, this is cool, and I don't remember what I did with the cards. I don't have them. I probably threw them out. So one of the Kickstarter holos only has 999 copies.
As a MetaZoo partner, I would not throw away MetaZoo cards. So just so I don't get in trouble. If Muck gets to 1K, Jake Smith will be able to afford an island with his non-Muck collection. We'll be in good shape.
See, that is true. That is true.
We're all doing well. Everyone in chat, if Muck goes that high.
Oh, if I'm 13 beers deep after this comment, how many have I had now?
Yeah. Audio is good.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Glad we weren't muted.
Ernesto is here. What are we doing? This is the genius behind the mastermind behind the thumbnails. So shout out Ernesto. We're hanging out. We're having beers. We're talking Pokemon. Lord Pokesmoke takes all his financial advice from Chumley.
Smart move.
Someone had him shine a gold star Vaporeon.
Oh, speaking of Chumley's signature, I actually got because Chumley was at Collecticon Dallas, and I actually got Gary King Pokemon to have Chumley sign me a. Well, I just asked for Chumley's autograph because I'm a huge fan of Pawn Stars, and so I asked Gary if he could get me Chumley's autograph, and he actually got Chumley to sign me a shadowless Squirtle. So super excited to get that. Hopefully I can get that at Long Beach. Gary will be there, so hopefully I can get that card. But super excited about that.
Thoughts on Chumley signing cards?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, if you have an attachment to him, if you like the show and you want him to sign your stuff, like I'm all for it. I'm not one who I'll buy an Arita Charizard in a collection because I know the market, even though it's niche, even though it's likely less liquidity than just selling an unsigned Charizard. I might pay a little premium just knowing the market will, but overall, if I go to a convention and Arita's there signing, if Fakuta's there signing, whoever it is, I'm not getting in that line. Especially because proportionally to how valuable their signature is, the line will be that much longer. So if like who's the big one? The Blastoise, Sugimori. Yep. If Sugimori's there signing, the line will probably be 12 hours long. So I am not going to get in line even for Sugimori's thing because it'll sell for $1,000, whatever. I just don't care that much about having like the artist of the card sign it. If Charizard is there, I'm having Charizard sign my card. If Pikachu's there, I'm having Pikachu sign my card. Like when I was younger, I went to a Globetrotters game and I had like a shirt signed or something. I used to watch NASCAR. I was born into no sports aside from NASCAR because I live in the woods. I had like Jeff Gordon's dad signed a hat. I had Mark Martin sign a hat, and I still have those somewhere. But for me, like buying a signature that someone else got, I don't really care. I still remember meeting Mark Martin and being like taller than him. Not that I really care that much anymore, but yeah, for me, the only concern I have over signatures is if like I get one in person and I'm not gonna wait in line for 6 hours and miss out on hanging out with people.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. I would never buy a signed card, but if I'm able to get the signature in person, like we were both at Worlds 2019, and oh god.
Imakuni.
Oh jeez, I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah,
he was signing, and I went and got a card signed by him just because it'll remind me of being at Worlds 2019, being able to meet him. I've always thought the cards that he drew were because they're so much different than any other cards. So I thought his signature was really really cool. So I'll definitely cherish that. But if I purchased that card on eBay, I would never pay any type of premium for his signature just because I didn't get to meet him in person. Just buying the card from some random person.
And for me, like I was at the same event with Nick, DC Worlds. We had a collectors meetup, like an E4 meetup at a hotel little.
It was like a hotel
banquet room, conference room, whatever, and I was sitting down with Radar, John, and Gary, and Zach, I believe, Gem at Pokemon. We were about to crack a box, and then like Imakuni was supposed to come to the event and be in like a side room and signing, but then somebody came in, oh, we all got to go here, we all got to leave, and I'm just like, Imakuni, I know the name, he draws cards, I don't care. One of my favorite memories from that event was not going to the signing and staying and hanging out and like talking for a long time with Gary, with John, with Zach. I just don't really care about having my cards signed that much. If it was an athlete that I watched for hours and hours and hours, but it's just a card that someone drew. I appreciate what they drew and I like what they drew and nothing again. I just don't really want them to sign on my card. I know Gary got like a little bit of heat because of the whole thing he said about I wouldn't want Slab and yeah. I hope I don't get canceled over these takes, but for me, I just don't care to have people sign my card. Anyone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the motorcycle Pokemon. Back in Yellow, you ride Lapras, you surf around with Lapras. Now you're just motorcycling around with whoever they are. Whatever. I don't know. Here we go. The only thing WotC ever did was translate cards that were printed years before and slap on slick, thick yellow borders. What are we talking about here? The true first editions are what we're talking about here. Yeah, when you grow up on dial-up, think the AOL, all those weird sounds that I'm not going to try to imitate.
I remember those.
DSL is next level. So, Johnny Boy, accountant here, small business cash accounting would be most beneficial to look into, easy to keep up. So, he is an accountant. Mm-hmm. He's not your accountant. So confirm with your accountant, but here's an accountant making a recommendation of something to look further into. First time seeing us in the same room. Come to Denver.
Yes.
Come to Denver. You'll be in the same room as us. So everyone in chat, come to Denver.
Or Long Beach. Dan confirmed with me he's coming to Long Beach.
No Long Beach. Still in Long Beach. The meme won't die. But Denver for me. Oh, no way. Did they actually? Somebody confirm in chat. I'll find out in 20 minutes. Is it still the full art Pikachu? Is it an alternate art Pikachu with a trophy? Is this just a troll? We'll have to see. Oh, no way.
Wow.
I'm glad I didn't sell my number one full art old style Pikachu up for sale, 100K.
Or that card goes to 0 because the new art is so much better than the old art.
Could be. The half arts don't get much respect because the full arts look cooler. So if this is an alt art, I might have to give my card away for like 5Gs or something. We'll have to see. Trophy or trophy card? The trophy, not the card. Okay, so we saw the new trophy. That is cool though.
Okay.
That is cool. Okay, the trophy. Oh, are we?
We're almost caught up.
We're getting close to caught
You
up.
guys better ask some more questions in the chat here.
Oh wait. Oh,
no, we're nowhere near caught
No, I lost all the highlighting.
Oh, did you? Oh, that stinks.
Why did this do this to me?
No, I think you still got to scroll up. I don't remember any of these comments.
Oh, maybe these are all new. Oh man. Oh wow. Okay. I thought for some reason it unhighlighted all the comments, but we're still a mile away. Minimum slab price of whatever Jace decides it should be. So absolutely.
So baby shinies will have the most value.
Nick knows he's already a YouTuber. No, Jace, not Jake. Are you familiar with Jace?
Jace, no.
He has like so James and Cam, they sell a bunch of consignments.
Pokey Jace. Yes.
Yeah.
I actually sold a bunch to him too.
You had to have sold to him because I've sold to him, and I haven't done auctions in 7 months. So yeah, Pokey Jace, whatever his minimum bid is, that is the floor.
I'd love to know what he does.
He is the floor.
Where is he selling all that?
I heard I don't know if it was a joke, if it was just a meme that went over my head, or somebody said they messaged him and asked, and he said he's a collector.
There's not a chance. Not a chance.
Maybe
the cards that he's buying are, unless he just really likes these
the thing is
low grade, unpopular cards.
It could have been a joke on the person who said its part, or it could have been a joke on Pokey Jace's. I mean, maybe they have a sense of humor and they're a whatnot streamer, and they were just like, oh yeah, these are my collection. Because they have like 5,000 feedback a month or something obscene.
And it's funny because he has like 5,000 feedback a month, but his total feedback score is like 4,500. So he's buying these cards from like just a few sellers, a few being relative, because you only get that your feedback score only increases with each unique seller that you purchase from.
That is right. So Cam says anecdotally they had 2 sport cards not sell for $5, $4.99 shipped. A lot of junk wax of great players sit for $5 or less. So Cam, like PWCC, do you retain ownership? Do you have in your terms and conditions that no bid at 99 cents plus $4 shipping? Do you guys own that now, or what? You guys got to build a collection wall behind you of all the cards that you guys claim.
They talked about this in one of their lives, but I forget what they said.
About what happens to the ones that don't sell?
Yeah.
I must have missed that one. Swami asked, what are the other ventures later on in life? Some of it is like leaving room open for the uncertainty in life. Like I have no idea what I might get into, but I have some. I think I talked about it somewhere. Probably 4 hours into a Poke Flips. I love food. I mean, if you met me in person, I'm a tall guy, big guy, but I got a decent belly on me too. I love eating food. I like making food a lot though too. Like barbecue. Someday maybe. Not every day, 9 to 5, but like a food truck, concession trailer, doing graduation parties, I wouldn't want the weddings are like we had a food truck, we had a barbecue food truck, pulled pork and chicken for our wedding. I would never want to do weddings. The stress of that is too much. But like graduation parties, just barbecues, cookouts, family picnics, whatever, family reunions. Maybe someday down the line, I'll have a food truck and I'll do all that kind of stuff. That's one that's been on my mind a little bit. Any other?
No, for me it's just buying, selling on eBay. I really do enjoy that. I love doing that. I've worked. Back in high school, I worked in the kitchen in a hotel. It was fun, but I would never want to do that again. It's a lot of work cooking food for people.
And one thing, I've mentioned it many times before, 99% of my buyers, they click buy, I ship, I never hear from them again. The 1%, sometimes I need to be better about just like brushing it off, responding nicely, and moving on. If I've had a couple of these, I usually play around a little bit, and I engage, and you shouldn't engage. But like if I'm selling something, I've been in restaurants, and we talked about tipping, and we talked about stuff before with bad bad food service. If ever someone had an interaction with me in person over like, I can't believe you're charging this, or I can't believe this is it's like, I would probably not be the best like customer service face to be in that interaction, and so maybe it'll never happen. But down the line, that's the one that I've publicly talked about some. There's probably some others that I've thought about, and then again, leaving room for things that I've never thought about. But Stephen Francis says, "Yeah, agreed. People in Pokemon could learn a heck of a lot from sports." Yeah, Nick, learn. No, for $4.99, Poke Jace didn't buy it. There's no sports Jace out there buying every slab for $12. There we go, Mertz. Mertz got my back.
But he just said 10 to 12. He didn't say anything about 5. Oh,
it'll be a slow bleed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it. First edition. That's been a ever long debate on E4.
Yeah.
Lower grade first edition versus higher grade shadowless.
And I think base is the only one that would stand for. I'd almost rather have, like, if you're talking jungle unlimited, I'd almost rather have the unlimited 9 than the first edition 7, because those sets were printed so much more. I don't like the unlimiteds that much, but still, here we go. Oh, Ernesto working on the shill.
I do not. Nope. Yeah, no. The only video games I have, I did buy GTA for the late PS2, the original Vice City and San Andreas, but that's about it for video games.
One of the best PC games of all time.
I had never even heard of that game before you said.
If you look it up, it's like a 9 point something on whatever the big game review websites are. Really cool, open world, first person shooter. It requires Windows 95 or 98, 64 megabytes of RAM. Quite the graphics for the time. Andrew M had a first edition Jigglypuff in CGC 7 auction for $550. The floor will be and already is lower.
But that's a CGC. Imagine if it was a PSA 7.
I have a buyer that would have taken that from me at $12.75.
I wonder how long he'll be buying at that price.
I recommended him to Squeaks because I talked about it in Discord, and I gave additional Discord value, Patreon value, by hooking Squeaks up with my buyer, and he's like, "Oh, Dan has me set." So it's coming to an end soon. My current buyer, my current rates. I hooked Rusty up with him, so Rusty probably sold him several hundred. I sold him like 3,000 slabs over the past several months. So it's going to be coming to an end as the floor lowers for grading prices. The bulk slab price will lower. 10 years from now, PSA will be grading at 10 to 15. CGC will be grading at 10 to 15. There will be slabs that you will not sell for $4 shipping, 99-cent auctions, just like Cam said with sports. I guarantee it. It's going to be a thing.
I don't know. I still think going twice, these big sellers on Whatnot, there's a lot of stupid people on Whatnot that'll pay crazy prices for this stuff. I'm still not convinced.
Here we go.
Go to a convention.
The National would have been cool to go to, just to flip through. Like, I heard that there are some $10 slabs there that just no one wants. No one, like, we're going to get there. Nick doesn't believe it, but we're going to get there. I remember in 2021, there are certain cards. I know Rusty bulked off some that I have some PSA 10. I have a PSA 10 Raichu. Somebody just canceled on me earlier today. I was like $29.99 or $31.99. Lowest on eBay, a full art Raichu promo, PSA 10, and they canceled it because they must have won an auction for like $25. Some PSA 10s though, even some Charizards, some obscure, super modern, non-holo Charizards.
Like those Vintage Voltage Team Deck ones.
Yeah, they're going for like $20, $24. We're gonna get there. They're gonna be coasters. I got my nice gym badge coasters from the Pokemon Center. I'm not sponsored yet, but I'm hoping to get sponsored someday by the Pokemon Center. All these sitting cuties, these canvases. Here we go.
That's crazy.
There was a box at the National this year that had $1 sports slabs.
That's crazy.
$1. It's crazy people would pay $1 for some of that stuff, honestly. Like,
why wouldn't you pay $1? I feel like...
Who wants it? No one, like, there are probably a million, out of the 40 million cards PSA's graded, there's probably 5 million of them that the people would say, please take this from me. You have to come pick it up because I'm not gonna mail it. I'm not gonna expend any energy picking it up off my table to give it to you.
You're talking to the guy who sells 5-cent singles on TCG Player. So my brain doesn't compute.
That's a frame of reference. Yeah.
That.
I bought somebody watched my YouTube actually that lives like 20 minutes from me, and I ended up going to him. It wasn't a yard sale, but he was going to do a yard sale in the summer. I bought from him in the spring beforehand. I bought all 4 theme decks. Blackout, Brushfire, Water Blast. I don't remember the final one.
The 2 final ones.
He had the 2-player starter set too.
Okay. Overgrowth. Brushfire, Blackout, Overgrowth, and
Water Blast.
Not Water Blast. Overgrowth, Blackout.
Or is that the jungle one? I don't remember. Anyways, I bought a set of Zap. I bought a set of the base set theme decks from him. Not a crazy score, but really reasonable guy. He looked at eBay and he looked at like the low list, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I showed him though. I informed him. I'm like, hey, here's the low list. Just because it's listed doesn't mean it's gonna sell. I showed him right on my app. I'm like, hey, here's the last few sales, and he's like, oh yeah, let's do like 60% of that, so you have room to make money. I'm like, oh, this guy is awesome. I love this guy. If you're watching, shout out. What was his name? You go. I'll find his name.
Well, my answer is gonna be really short. I have not been to any yard sales this year. This summer has just flown by for me. So normally I like to go to flea markets and yard sales and stuff on the weekend, but I haven't done any of that this year. I don't think I've done a local buy this year either. I don't think there's been a single local buy that I've done. Not that I can remember anyway.
I thought I was going to quickly find his name, but...
Or did you think my answer was going to be longer?
I thought your answer was going to be longer, too. I have his phone number in here somewhere, but I don't remember, and I can't find it. Mm-hmm. On the spot. I missed it.
If you got an iPhone, you could probably search faster.
Local near me has $1 to $5 Sports Slab PSA 10s. Hook him up with Nick. Nick will buy everything for $5.
Maybe if I knew what sports was, or knew anything about sports.
While the player pool is bigger, the buyer pool is bigger too and more diverse.
That's true. That is true.
I think I was just listening to Pokenomics stream from last night or the other night. Sports does have thousands and thousands of people, and it has this issue where in basketball, 5 players start and maybe 8 players play 95% of the minutes. They have 12-person teams or whatever it is. So there are like 5 people on every bench. Almost half the league is people who don't play. Nobody wants the 12th man on a team that doesn't even make the playoffs. Whereas Pokemon, most people want Rayquaza, Lugia, Charizard, Pikachu, the ones we talked about earlier. But there are still like there are Weedle collectors, there are Caterpie collectors. Like almost 1,000 species have more of a draw, more of a reason to collect than the random no-name person in whatever professional league you're talking about.
Peach 2 going through these comments like PSA with 2020 submissions.
Yeah, we're actually coming up on 5, so we gotta like rapid fire. Do you want to wrap at 5? Maybe 5:30. It's 4:48 right now.
Man, time flies when you're having fun.
We'll try to rapid fire for a while and we'll see where we get, but we still got 87 people in here. Do you think people got better grades at nationals because it was in person? So I saw from Card Porn on Instagram, they had a story or a reel or whatever. Somebody slapped down like 15 labels that were minimum grade, didn't meet the minimum grade, so they spent like $7,000 not grading cards. I made a joke and I actually commented on there. I said something about like they probably hit 1 or 2 cards and made money still. You had to pay $400 or $480 to get them graded same day at the national. And there are so many cards that like, especially in sports, there are probably cards that are 50 grand as a 9 and then 100 grand as a 10 or something like that. Or even if it's 50 and 70 or 50 and 80, like it's kind of silly how cheap grading is relative to how much one grade bump is. Because I can think of a ton of Pokemon cards where $400, you make a ton of money going from a 9 to a 10. Anything first edition base, a lot of first edition WotC, not all of it, not all of it by any means, but a lot of it. Gold stars, probably some alt arts, probably some modern alt arts. Moonbreon's like 700, 800 in a 10 and 400 in, I guess it's break even. It's break even.
Yeah. I personally believe that they are a little bit more lenient in person. That's just my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I don't really know. They just vary a lot. Emerging Powers is probably the best set of all time. There's a quick one. They've been lately, like Lost Origins. They take Lost Thunder, they take Lost and Ancient Origins, Lost Origins. They take two names from different sets. Once we get Emerging Invasion, or once we get Crimson Power, you will know we have peaked as a hobby. They're saying under and they're saying over. Oh yeah, 9.1 billion cards.
Oh, okay.
Mostly unders, Swami with the over. I'm interested to see. Mostly...
The campus
He did mean generation.
Dan, I don't know, Mason. You misspelled it.
I don't know, Mason. I question some things now. I thought you must have meant, because I've confused celebrations and generations. I thought you must have too.
Us true Pokemon collectors don't confuse that type of stuff.
So Brandon says under 9.1, but not like far under, way under.
All over the place.
Jonathan likes my half for the miscut. If it's over, we're doomed, honestly.
Yes. Especially with how bulk pricing has been going lately.
If it's
not
over
so good right now.
If it's over 9.1, that's going to be
what's
crazy.
Steven saying when Dan starts?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like it's supposed to be something funny though. Numbers.
Oh, when I start talking about numbers, that's when the real stream. Okay, I was confused what that was, but that one we already did. Nick with the tall boy. It's over 9,000 all over again. 9 billion is 9,000 million. We printed over 9,000 million. Pulling up a spreadsheet. Feel alive. Oh, man.
You have a sad, sad life.
Nick opened MetaZoo once and it ruined his life. Oh, that was last night, yeah. Jake had a nice, shout out Pokenomics, he had a nice stream last night with Retro, talking about broader non-sports, and Swami hopped on for like an hour. I did listen to that this morning. When are my low pop gonna hit the moon? The pop's gonna hit the moon when all the 9s get regraded as 10s. I joke with this is low pop Pokey. I joke with Cameron about, we go back and forth about low pops. I've actually sold him a handful of low pops. He buys clean 10s though. He buys true 10s, which I will say he does pick my cleaner ones to buy.
There we go.
So if you're buying true 10s, you're in better shape than buying just any label, because some of the 10s are just 9s that got lucky. We'll see this in an hour. What do you guys feel about rip and ships and how people are heavily invested in fragile market? I don't know. It's like an entertainment thing. They made more sense during the pandemic, the peak pandemic, when you couldn't get it otherwise. Like you couldn't go to Target, you couldn't go to Walmart, your LGS and get it. So people would just buy it on whatnot, whatever. You didn't want to go out in person anyways because all that stuff, whatever. But people still like it. People still like if you want to rip packs alone by yourself, it's fun still. You get the experience of the art. But when you're in a group, when you're like, I definitely feel, I like opening way more. I opened that Charizard on the live stream with 12 of us there. If I'd opened that in person at a Collecticon, that would have been the next level above that. Just the more people you can share it with, the better, I think. So I think there's still a place.
But that does that still apply when someone else is opening your pack and you're watching it?
It is different, yeah. When someone else is opening it, it's not as good, but I still like it. Like I bought into some whatnot breaks that John did. That I bought into some other ones I don't remember. Mostly John's though.
Yeah, I don't like the whole rip and ship idea, especially on whatnot. Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Not sponsored by whatnot.
Definitely not. Definitely not. No. Yeah, no. There's all the little mini games and all that stuff. People paying way over for these packs. Like when Pokemon Go released, there was I forget his name. Some big Twitch streamer was on Whatnot selling Pokemon Go packs, and they were going for like $30-$40 a piece. It was absolutely absurd.
And that's just where, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, people pay for celebrity. People, there are live streams on Twitch where people just donate $50 to get their name read, they pick the music for the next 5 minutes of the video game stream, whatever. Like, so that, it's like, it could be anything else, it could be nothing. Pokemon is just used to facilitate, I don't know, whatever. Here's somebody looking for PSA has stated 150 days. So after 150 days, start asking, maybe. We still got a ways to go.
I'll be curious because I believe July, when they announced it, it was like Friday. I mailed my first submission Saturday, express mail, so they got it on Monday. I'll be curious when that one comes back. I'm optimistic that they're going to hold true to the 150 days, but it'll be interesting to see when that one comes back.
I did the math on it. If they took in under 2 million cards, they can hit the 150 days they stated. If they took in over 2 million cards, the final cards they took in will not be back in time. Unless because they have a 2 million card backlog. They're taking in roughly 200,000 cards a week. A week?
4 weeks?
A month. No, a month. They're taking in roughly 200,000 cards a month at 30 plus, given past numbers they said. So I did the math. If they took in under 2 million, they'll be on time. If they took in over 2 million, and nobody knows. Unless they say it in their podcast, which I'll listen and maybe they will. I'll make a video. I'll talk about it if they do. But it's just a numbers game. The math is very simple behind what they can and can't do. If they took in 5 million cards because people had been hoarding for a year and a half, they will not get them done because they only grade 1 million a month. And they have 2 million cards from the backlog, unless they just push the backlog further back and whatever. I don't know. We'll have to see.
But they've also been increasing the number of cards they grade every single month.
They did for a long time, but not as drastically recently. Gem rate.
I thought they were like high 800s, and now they're like mid 900s.
They're right around 12 million a year, 10 to 12 million a year. But they've been there for like 6 or 7 months. If you look at gem rate, I mean, I could pull it up. I could share it quick. If you look at gem rate, they show everything on a daily basis. They do an Instagram story. On a monthly basis, they do, like, they've been trending up for sure.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share. Shout out gem rate. I like to shout out the tools that I use, and yeah, they've been grading steady uptrend. If you draw a trend line there, most recent month it was 1 million for July, 887,000 for June, a little more than that for May. March was big, and then they dropped down for a few months. Then they're back. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on, all the undulations there. But at the end of the day, if they took in 5 or 6 million cards, I don't think they would have taken in that many. But they won't come back in under 150 days. But I don't think they took in that many, so they probably will. They probably will meet their what they said. Another thing they did say, though, they said when they opened up 30 that none of the 30 will come back until the backlog is done. I know many $30 orders are in assembly, and technically, if those come back to people before the backlog is fully done, then PSA lied. PSA seems to completely omit middlemen submissions, so they'd probably just say, like, technicality, we didn't lie because we don't count middlemen, but whatever. At the end of the day, they'll come back when they come back.
I think it's mainly because with submitting through middlemen, PSA has a scapegoat. Like, the customer who submitted to the middleman is going to blame the middleman, where people who submit directly to PSA, the only person they can blame is PSA. And so I think that's why they're taking preference. Who knows? But I think that's why they're taking preference.
That's actually a good point, because, like, I can call PSA and I can cry with my order number. If I try calling PSA about my Ludkins order, I have no order number. I have nothing to go off of. So that's actually a good point. Yeah. Here you go. DNA wants to know if you'll sign his Old Skool DVD.
Definitely. Hope to see you there.
That's funny. I don't think your average player knows that he won the giveaway.
You won the giveaway, your average player?
You won a Metal Charizard. from Celebrations. We're both going to Denver. It'll be great to meet you guys.
Who's this?
Cody TCA's met you at Orlando before he knew your YouTube channel.
Orlando. I don't even remember what I did.
Orlando was the box. I had packs in the box break.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
How dare you insult the mouse man? That's when we're so far behind. I don't even know what's happening.
Well, I think we're almost caught up here.
Maybe is there a Discord I can join to chat with people from this chat and talk about meetups at the Collecticon Long Beach? There might be. I don't know. I know Pokenomics Patreon has a Discord, but that is behind a $10 a month paywall. There's a lot of free Discords out there for Pokemon. Professor Oak has a cool one I'm in. E4 has one. It's big. There's a lot of people in it, and it's hard to have much conversation in it, I guess is all I'll say. But a lot of great people in there, but a lot of people in there otherwise too. So
Dan's the one that asked about Discords. I'm terrible with Discord.
yeah, Nick doesn't really do Discord. Oh my, we're so...
I thought we were caught up. I guess not.
Okay, we're gonna really rapid fire now. Unsub. Dan's gonna green screen. Yeah, green screen me into Long Beach.
There we go.
There's a Denver Discord, not one for Long Beach.
Oh, that's
Long Beach is nothing compared to Swamp City. Denver, Swamp City, capital of the world.
I think Long Beach sounds like it's going to be the best one to vend at, but Denver definitely sounds like it's going to be the best one to hang out with everyone at.
Pokey Jace hates money, loves slabs. Swami is Swamp City, aka Denver, aka the only show.
A lot of Swami comments. Swami-licious City.
New trailer we talked about before. Air mattresses. If Swami's wife goes to a friend's house, you just gotta find somebody to spoon. Somebody will be your small spoon, I'm sure. Or your big spoon.
Whatever you prefer, Swami.
Pull out bed. Won't go further with that. With regards to Neo Destiny, are Shinings pulled out of heavy packs, or does a heavy pack mean it will most likely be just a hollow? So one of my early purchases in the hobby, I bought a lot with 3. 1 sealed, 2 unopened, but like wrap taken off, but all 36 packs. Neo Destiny. I sorted heaviest to lightest. I opened all 36 packs because I wanted to hit my second Shining. My first Shining was in like pack 30, and my second Shining was in pack 36, the lightest pack in the box. I don't think that means the Shining will always be in the lightest pack, but yeah, they can be in the heavier packs, they can be in the lighter packs. Anything to add there?
No, you covered that.
I love Deus Ex. That's the game that I showed, so we're still away.
Okay.
I showed that a while ago. Send the slabs to Norway. People in the EU will buy anything. Whatnot is a bad online casino for collectibles.
Yes.
Tons of slabs. Higher grade Shadowless greater than lower grade first edition.
Ooh.
Anthony Henry Hoover bought all your Shadowless 10s in February.
I remember that.
Mesa Berry boxes can't go. Yeah, slabs can't go below $10. Is the boxes can't go? I heard. John. I think John Radar picked up $65 battle styles. I think. Like, there were people at National Sports guys that got into it during the hype and then realized they're not printing money still. So, yeah, they were dumping at like $65 cash.
That's great.
Thanks for the purchase. So he's buying from both of us. Appreciate it.
That.
Yeah, I have a bulk slab buyer who will buy anything Pokemon, $12-13 a piece, but I think they're capping out soon. You been to Brimfield Cards ever?
I do not know what that is. I have not.
Must be a place local to you. I don't know where Thrifty's from. Is she from?
Are you from
your area? I thought she was from like Florida or something. Cause
I live.
I met her at Charlotte Collecticon. She brought some Fortnite for John and I to rip.
She was hanging out with us at the hotel. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But no, I have not been there.
Hey, Gorb TV. Hey, Dan's live. If a part of my business involved rip and ship, I'd be sweating. It's not going anywhere, but the hyperinflated prices can't sustain. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it could find it won't be $1,000 an hour to rip and ship anything like it was for peak mania, but I feel like there could be a reasonable way to make 15 or 20 bucks an hour to make what you could make at a grocery store, fast food place, whatever. I feel like if you had a good personality and you provided a good experience, I think that could exist for a while.
I think you can make a lot more than that.
That's like
I think you need to have already built like the foundation. You need to have already had the following. So like on Whatnot, you need to be going twice or you need to be Cloud. If you're not already at that level, I don't think it's possible to get there now, just because there's so many people on Whatnot now trying to sell stuff. But I think if you are at that level, you could definitely make a lot of money.
We're not doing a call-in thing today, Gorb. Nick is here in person, not green screen. So, yeah, not gonna call in people and
see, I can even do this.
Pop their video. Yeah, not gonna pop their video over Nick. The backlog, it's 2 million-ish. June 30th, it was 2.5 million cards. So yeah, it could be as low as 1.5 million if every card they graded in July was the backlog, but I don't think it was. So 1.5. One thing this isn't taking into consideration, at $18, did they take in more than 1 million cards? They graded 1 million cards in July. If they took in 1.5 million, 2 million, the backlog grew. If they graded less than if they graded less than they took in, but we don't know.
Anthony, I think it just depends on how much money you want to make. If you're fine making lower margins, there's a lot of stuff that you could submit. But if you want to get those higher margins, then yeah, there is a lot of cards you can't submit. So I think it just depends on like your type of position. Like Scott SM Pratt, he probably has an endless amount of graded cards already. Whereas me, I don't have that many, to be honest. So I sent some really good stuff in the beginning, but towards the end, when I got up to like 800-ish cards that I had already submitted, a lot of those, the last 400 or 500 cards were, like I sent in 50 Sword and Shield Promo Blastoise Vs. I sent some Greninja Gold Stars, like you said, Dan. Taking your advice.
Wait, Sword Shield 101, is that? Sword Shield 101?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But the reason why I did that was because I sell the raw copies for $5 a piece, and they sell so well.
I sell my CGC 9s for like 25, which is, I paid $9 to grade them, and it's a decent margin, but it's slow. I sell my 9.5s for like 35. It's not a whole lot of margin.
See, doubling my money.
It could get a fair bit worse. I don't know. At 18, you're probably gonna beat the rush. Sell them quick. Sell them quick when they come back. Yeah. PSA. Actually, they've probably never lied because they always have a disclaimer. They always say it's an estimate only. It's not guaranteed. So they probably never lied. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Technically truth. Who let this guy in here?
Yes.
Your average player just found out what he won. Congrats. He won DNA's giveaway, won a jungle pack on Rusty's, and then just won this one.
I'd say this is rigged.
Yeah, email, Instagram, Discord, wherever you can find me, hit me up. My P.O. box is probably public somewhere. Send me a letter.
Oh, Thrifty's from Mass too.
Oh, okay. She's from South. I thought she was from Florida. She's from South Florida, but her sister vends at Brimfield. It's a massive flea market.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
PK, shout out PK. We still haven't. Dan Nick needs to be crushing beers at a better pace. No one sounds drunk on 2x speed. So we're going to a casino from here. We need to be able to drive over there. So that's like, if we were hanging out here all night, it would probably get ugly. Like, we'd probably stream till midnight. We'd probably have 7 hours to go. And by the end, we'd just be sleeping here for like 10 hours, passed out, still alive. So it's probably a good thing that we got to be able to drive. Shout Shout out PK. Got a nice podcast over there too. Only once a month, but
good to see you in here, PK.
Thanks for having me on there. I wouldn't have pulled that Charizard. I wouldn't have opened that pack if I didn't hop on there. True. That's true. I had him pick it too. He picked the base. I was leaning towards the rocket.
Gotta go with the base.
Oh, it keeps jumping to the bottom because we're close. Yeah, this is a common theme. And then some people like me never stop. They just keep buying into like Magic Beta breaks and base set first edition breaks and
yeah.
I said this in the Patreon thing this past Sunday, but I'm hoping that they give at least 1 to 2 months. 1 to 2 months, go hard on the backlog. And then maybe September, late September, early October, open up 20 or 18 fully to the public. Maybe they can't quite do 18. Maybe that's too much. Maybe it needed to be a month. But they have the numbers. They should know. Like, not all of them have physically arrived in the mail, but they've all been entered, at least. So see what was entered over a month and give it a month or two. Finish the backlog. Give me back my November. Give me back my December. I want it back, please. And then, yeah, for September, late September, November, whatever, open up 25, 20, 18, 15, 12, whatever makes sense. I'm sure 12 doesn't make sense, but one of those other numbers should.
And then by the end of 2023, we'll see $10. Right, Dan?
We're catching up. Yeah, I think I still have an open bet with James that I think I'm going to win. ZNG Emporium.
Not going to happen.
I do not think there will be public $10 per card grading in 2023. In 2023 even. So a year and 4 months from now. I do not think we will see $10 open. I think $12 could be the new floor. In my mind, it makes more sense to grade 10 million cards a year at $12 a piece than 20 million a year at $7.50 a piece like they used to do. Because even though 12 isn't double $7.50, the gross isn't double, but the net surely is. Their cost of grading cards is only a few bucks a card, I'm sure. They're making a lot of money.
I would doubt it's even. I bet it's minuscule.
Their overhead has grown. Their marketing has grown. Their overhead has grown. They got the new branch in New Jersey. Their overhead is probably higher than it should be, like any big company. But yeah, they could grade at $7.50 and be profitable still, I'm sure. But in my mind, I think they're gonna go like, let's let CGC, SGC, BGS, let's let them be the junk tier stuff, and we're gonna be like the premium option at 12. Let them be at 8 to 10. We're gonna be at 12 to 15. I could see that.
I kind of disagree. Just because you want people to not only send the higher end cards to PSA, but you want people to send the lower end cards to PSA because you want to control as much of the market as you can. You don't want to be giving these lower end cards.
I wouldn't want to.
Well, look at what you sell on eBay.
When I sent them, they were worth a lot, and now they're only worth $20. But no, they have mentioned, Nat has mentioned that $10 is going to come back someday, but he said it might be tied strictly to the registry. So you might have to have a registry set up, and you might have to submit, like say I'm collecting base set first edition. I might have to have base set first edition, and I might have to show and prove that I have these 80 cards, and I need these 22. And it might only let me submit cards that are missing from my registry sets. That might turn into a game that some people have to play to be able to grade things that they want to sell anyways. But like, I don't know. Nat has mentioned that in podcasts. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on eBay moving into the live auction space?
I hope they do it.
I think Didn't they already do one?
I don't know.
DJ Ski or something. Some weird collaboration with things that I remember seeing it on the homepage a bunch.
I never noticed that. But yeah, I hope I would love it if they had like similar to Whatnot, eBay or Whatnot for eBay. Just because I already have a decent following on eBay, so I think it would be a lot easier to sell. Like similar to Whatnot, I think it would be a lot easier for me to become successful on a eBay live stream versus a Whatnot live stream.
Yeah, like I don't know how many followers I have there, but I have a lot of people who've bought from me. If I could just click a button go live and it's tied to my eBay, I don't have to spend months grinding and building and trying to pump up this new Whatnot account that I think I have like 5 followers on there because I've bought in other streams and then people just click follow.
I did. I forget which, the one on Facebook. I think it was a 3.5.
I've seen you tagged it
and
multiple
then there was
recently.
a 6. Yeah. But I did buy both of those. So yeah.
Here you go. We'll have to see if the blackjack dealer will accept any junk slabs. We'll have to pump them up and talk about how valuable they are.
Yeah. Hopefully
maybe
he's
we
a
can
huge
get
Pokemon collector.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Awesome.
I don't believe that's true, but I like it. So anyone like not paying attention to this audio and just reading the screen. Yeah, I mean the fact is that PSA is like a easily scalable business. Oh, here's James.
Can't wait to win your worthless.
As far like the industry that I used to work in, we made specialty chemicals and compounds, and like to scale some of our operations 2x was millions of dollars or tons of R&D, tons of engineering work. To scale PSA 2x, hire some expert graders and buy a few $5,000 sonic welding machines. I'm sure their ones are a lot more expensive than the ones you can buy on Alibaba or whatever, but that business is way more scalable than many production type businesses. Blackjack Live, yeah. We'll have to go live. They actually, in Vegas, you would get yelled at if you tried going on your phone. I don't think they want people using apps trying to like count cards or anything. So you actually can't use your phone on the floor at a lot of table games. I'm assuming that's what that's about. It's got to be, right? Probably two things.
Why.
Probably pace of play. Like they don't want to wait on you saying hit or fold because then it's costing them money because they're not dealing with many hands per hour. But 2, I'm assuming that part of it is like they don't want you to have an app that runs the count for you.
I bet that's what, because I've seen people with like the sheet, like hit, stay, or
I should refresh on that because we won't have Zach here telling us what we should do. Zach was helping us out in Vegas, but yeah, peeked at you again. Let me drop the link in chat. I don't want to spoil who any of his guests are, but he has some good guests. May or may not see some of the people that you see on screen currently at some point down the line, but Peeked At You has a lot of lives. Can't even find him. Not enough subscribers for me to find him. So once I find him here, go subscribe to him. 22 subscribers. Get in on the ground floor. Cool guy. You find him in all different live streams all around the YouTube space. Looks like we're
are we completely caught up?
We're caught up on chat. Welcome Boondock Games. Boondock Games just arrived, so we better go. Kidding there. But yeah, if anyone's got any last minute questions, I think we're gonna wrap up. My beer's getting pretty low. I don't want to have another one because I want to be responsible and I have to drive over not too long from now to the casino. Nick didn't bring us 15,000 pins. I do have, right over there, I have a bunch of, go grab that Ziploc bag in that little,
Are they
in the hanging. Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're the same bags and they sent them in.
So I traded with Nick, or I ordered from him one of every pin that he had. 105 different pins. So here's 105 different pins, one of each.
That is me.
Holy shit! Is that Kai Oak bacon? Kai's a common theme around the different. Can each of you chug a warm beer before we go?
I cannot do this. We had completely random story. One of my friends lives down the Cape. Well, if you're not from Massachusetts, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But
We'll get back.
we went to some beach that you like went over a sandbar and then you got to the beach. So you can only go to that beach during high tide. So we got stuck at the beach because the tide went out and you couldn't take the boat back out to go back to his house. And so we're stuck at the beach for like 8 hours. And towards the end, all the drinks that we had were like piss warm, and it was awful.
Mason has a good point here. Worlds being international, I think turnout will still be amazing because there will be a lot of European people who would never make an American one that will be going now. So who knows? It maybe less players will be there too. If less players are there, less of the competitor ones will be given out. If less players are there, presumably less staff will be there too. So who knows? It's all, we'll have to see how it pans out. I'm wearing the Utica Club shirt. That's a throwback to my Seed Stein days. I live near the FX Matt Brewery, it's called. They make Saranac. Any Saranac brand I really like. I'm also near Good Nature Brewery. At lunch, I was having some Sloop juice bombs. Those are solid. I think that's Massachusetts or somewhere. I'm drinking right now Southern Tier. That's a good beer. Not too close to me. I forget where that is.
I'm drinking
Lakewood, New York. That's not too far.
I'm drinking a very local Bud Light.
Yeah, he has a very niche, very craft beer that probably not many have heard of. Subscribe to Pokey Flips. Yeah, you can't have your phone on the table.
That Zard Hunter.
Phones have to be away in the pockets, and if you pull them out, you need to step away from the table or you get yelled at. It's got to be two things. It's got to be pace of play because you're costing them money, and then it's got to be the risk of like fixing things, counting cards, whatever. Pin party. Yeah, so James has a heavy base first pack that he's going to open when he finishes Graded Gem. Nick needs to come up with some big thing. I bought 105. I bought like
and that
almost
did not even dent the surface.
Almost 1%. I have almost 1% of the print run of Rusty's sale to Nick. Unless you didn't get them for 1 penny each, you should have negotiated more. Yeah. I don't remember what I paid, but it's probably too much. I felt bad, so I had to buy some. How would you go about buying lots of pins? Hit up Nick.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of pins if you want any.
Bought them for melt value, like they're coins. It's funny. Junk slabs, junk wax, junk coins is a thing. Like my main collecting thing, junk coins. I would buy rolls of Mercury dimes, rolls of Standing Liberty quarters, Washington quarters. I would buy all I could for melt value, and I'd go through them. And I'd sell like ones for collector value. I'd sell for a premium. I never really did grading in coins, but a little bit. Hit up Nick because he can fill many, many vests. A lot of people going from the EU. Yep. Juice Bomb is very, very solid. Good open area to have a night market. Oh, Bud Light or Pokemon pins, which is worse? Bud Light is way worse. Pokemon pins are solid. Pokemon pins are solid. So I have a fridge full of like nice craft IPAs, like, and I'm like, what kind of trash beer do you want me to pick up at the gas station? So he said Blue Moon is what you had at lunch, right? He did.
Yeah, Blue Moon's definitely my favorite beer. Bud Light, I like Bud Light. I'm a simple person. My favorite drink is Bacardi and Coke.
Yeah,
that'll be later tonight though.
I can't do light beers. I'm all about the IPAs. Oh, here we go. If you watch the Card Collector 2 national vlog, you can see there's a 5,000 count boxes of $1 PSA Sports base slabs. That's what caused the backlog.
Jesus.
So I did not cause it with my PSA 9 modern promos. I feel better now.
Your McDonald's promos.
Though if you look at gem rate and what's being graded the most by week, a lot like Pokemon has led. Sports is higher than Pokemon combined, but non-sports has beaten basketball, football, baseball separately. We're gonna do like 2 or 3 more minutes. We're gonna wrap up here soon. We're live on chat. We're out of beer. We're getting thirsty. So we appreciate everyone stopping in.
Yeah, definitely.
85 people hanging out still. We got a green thing there on OBS. Means if we go too long, we'll get into like the high demand time. Everyone gets home from work. They turn on Netflix. And then everyone on the road will turn on Netflix, and we will drop out the stream. So we might as well end it anyways. When you have DSL, you know what the high demand times are, and you try not to do too much during the peak. These postcards, I have no idea. Fukuyama Pokemon postcards.
I have a very small Patreon with Crystal Pokemon and Pallet Town Pokemon, and someone in the Patreon was showing us those last month, I think, and the artwork on them looks really, really good. But the pricing that he was saying for like the value and what he was paying for the originals, I don't think I would be able to pay that, because he was talking like hundreds of dollars a piece for the 1998s.
Enjoy all your offers from this live, Nick. Go check out Old Skool Pokemon. Send them $4.20 offers. Does Nick met my dog, and she's nice, but she's loud, and she howled at him for like a few minutes, like she always does, but she came around at the end.
I have an old Cocker Spaniel and then 3 cats too.
We have 2 cats. Our male cat is like a dog. He likes his belly rubbed, and the female cat doesn't really like me. But I'll show my dog on stream sometime. I've thought about that before. Where Nick is sitting is usually a dog bed. The dog bed's right over there right now.
Oh, that's fine.
A lot of times when I'm filming or live, she's laying right there sleeping. She likes to be with me. But yeah, Nick does have a Discord. He just doesn't use it much.
I'm very rarely on Discord. If you want to talk to me, Instagram is the best way to do it.
But yeah, with that, that's everything. We're completely caught up to live. Appreciate everyone watching. Go check out Nick, Old Skool Pokemon. Go check out every other person we shouted out. Let me update. Let me refresh this Danny Phantom live stream.
I was gonna say he's only. Ooh, he's gonna be going forever.
So I saw him start streaming 6 hours ago. He's gained 300 subs and he has 1,700 to go. I know it's kind of silly, a tiny channel rating a large channel, but go to put Nick in the dog bed. Go check out Danny Phantom. I've never actually met him in person. I think I don't even know if I've ever talked to him in DMs, but I watch a lot of his videos. Great content. Seems like a great guy. Hopefully I meet him someday. He's 1,700 subscribers away. So if every one of my subscribers went, there's probably so much overlap that he still wouldn't get there. But go over there, tell him Catch 'em All Collectibles sent you, and maybe he'll get a few more. Maybe he can get another 10 or 20 or so from a Catch 'em All Collectibles raid.
Another 10
so, we'll see. Yeah, appreciate it, Andrew M.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed for us to win big at the casino.
I see Anthony Henry Hoover over there already. But yeah, go check out Danny Phantom. A lot of people are already probably subbed to him. If you know me, you've seen him, you've heard of him. So, but yeah, appreciate you all watching as always.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. It's been a good time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing us ramble on.
We will catch you all later.